up the entire game, just trying to get back into it, the way we did it with how many guys were down and just how many guys had to step it up. I was just so proud of everybody in that locker room. They never stopped fighting, and they had to. That's a really good team, and I was just so proud of the guys.
Did you think you guys had a chance down 17?
Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't. Yeah, you always do, and I mean, it really helped scoring at the end of the second quarter. That was big. It helped winning the coin toss, which we haven't won many this year, so timed out right with that 3 points for us to start with it. And once that first drive in the third quarter happened, it was kind of all right, back to normal. They came out really well. I thought our D was playing really good. They were just so good. Stafford was unbelievable on third down, especially in that first half. Offense, I think it took us a little bit to settle down. Want to hit them with some play actions and stuff, and their front's tough. But our guys settled down and did a hell of a job.
You've been around Jimmy for a long time now, but what did he show you today with playing through the injury and then the way he bounced back, particularly after the interception?
Jimmy's always been pretty good at bouncing back from picks. I think it's tough when you're trying to run the ball a ton, so you don't get in too much of a rhythm. You're trying to do that when it happens, and gosh, he made some big plays. And then that one at the end down in the red zone, that pick that happened between him and George, it was real tough. But to come back and lead us down there, however many ever yards it was, like close to, I think it was a little over 80, to tie it up, to send it with an overtime, he was unbelievable today.
17-0, you came back and won. This season you were 3-5, and now in the playoffs. How resilient is this team?
Our guys are real resilient. I've been very proud of them, and I'm just glad that we get to go into the tournament and be a part of it. Because regardless of what happened today, I was going to be very proud of those guys. And our goal every year is to get in the tournament, so you got a chance at the ultimate one. And our guys, I think it's real hard when you have a season where you lose 4 in a row. Most places when you lose 4 in a row, guys, it's tough to keep guys together. And just the character in our building and the players and just everyone around, it makes it easy, and you can just focus on your job and keep fighting. And that's what our guys have done all year. They've just kept fighting, not worried about anything else. And in the meantime, I think we've gotten better each time doing that, and we've been able to overcome some injuries too.
What's the prognosis for Trent? And then why go with Colton McKivitz at left tackle for this game?
It wasn't an easy decision. Colton's just been really doing real well in practice here the last month. Nothing against Jalen at all. We planned on rotating them. We felt like we didn't get, just the way the game was going, we didn't get really enough in the first half to give him a fair opportunity. Then that opening drive of the third, we just felt like he had settled down and we weren't going to put Jalen in late, so we just stuck with that. And Trent as much of a soldier as we have on our team, and he did everything he could to play today, and he was heartbroken when he couldn't. Got up here early in the morning, wasn't able to do it, wasn't healthy enough, and I'm just glad that we're giving him another chance to come back and have another one.
What was your message to the team at halftime?
To Debo down the right side when you have the last possession of regulation. I know you don't do superlatives all the time, but was that maybe the best throw you've ever seen?
Which one?
Deep down the right side to Debo for 55 yards.
Oh, yes. I thought it was an unbelievable throw. Jimmy just, for him also not to get rattled in there too. I mean, he's not ever from a physical standpoint, but you never know when you're going to have the time to block, when you're not. It's sometimes you got to get rid of it quick. Sometimes you can hold on to it and let it develop, and that's really tough with that front and some of the players they got and some of the coverages they mix in and the patience he had on it, the poise, and then Debo being unbelievable as usual.
Did you ever feel the thumb was affecting his throws?
What's that?
Did you ever feel the thumb was affecting his throws? And was there ever a consideration of maybe we're going to mix Trey in if we feel like it does affect him?
No, we had a pretty good idea. Jimmy had a good week. I don't. You can ask him, but I don't think just from my eyes, it didn't affect him at all. How he looked in practice this week looked good too. If he would have been hurt or something like that, or something happened in the game, then I wouldn't have hesitated.
What was your message to the team at halftime?
It was great. It made it a lot easier coming in after that field goal, which was huge. I thought the defense, I just said to them, you guys have been playing unbelievable. We just got to figure out how to get off on third down, which is a big deal. And then offense, I just thought it was great that I didn't have to say much because we finished with a field goal. I think we had like 15 plays there in the first half. I think it was like 5 runs, 10 passes. Couldn't get it going. Had some bad sacks. I think we had a penalty. Didn't have some very good down and distance, but we finished with points, and we knew we were starting with the ball. So that just allowed you to focus right away that if we do our job, it'll be one score real fast. What's that?
I think it was 10 straight runs, and then you went with the Debo trick play to Juwan Jennings. Was that one where You felt that you had him set up after so many straight times pounding the ball?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to set it up more than that. But that is the hard thing to do. I mean, you run it 10 times in a row, and that is when it's set up. But there's also a risk too that why mess up a good thing? We're running it pretty good right now, but you always got to make that decision when you wait too long and you end up with 3 points, and you feel like you got to get 7 somehow. And I thought Juwan was great in how he sold it, got them all to crack replace, and Debo just to have the poise to attack like that. And I mean, that's earned with what Debo does all the time. I mean, when Debo comes around the corner and he's running very hard, those people don't want to sit back there and wait for him to tackle them. So those guys got to come up fast, and for him to have the poise to attack and make it look like a run and really be able to get hit while he was throwing it was huge. And Juwan made it a little scary though, but he eventually caught it.
Were you surprised at all by the way the Rams ended that game, running it 3 straight times, obviously to make you burn the timeouts, but not trying to throw it, and then the fact that they didn't try and go for it at that last throw, they didn't burn their last timeout?
No, I think that was pretty smart of them. I mean, I know you always look hindsight when it's over, but no, I mean, the odds of going that far and when you got to get a touchdown as compared to a field goal just to tie us in overtime, no, I probably would have done the same way.